Summoner's Glory is coming back, and I think you should too. In order to understand why, let me tell you a story.
Stay a while and listen.
Hey all, JTOWN here. So I want to tell you all about what's been going on with Summoner's Glory over the past many months. I know a lot of you have been gone, took a break, maybe even quit the game completely, and rightly so. The previous arrangement that the developers were not living up to let the game fall flat. And a lot happened behind the scenes, a lot happened in conversations that weren't really privy to the general community. So I want to put that out there. I want to tell the story from my point of view and let you know what happened and why I think you should return to the game, why I'm so optimistic going forward. So we all know the problems that the game had. Approximately back in January, February, we were promised an update. The game had gotten a little stale. Content was at the end game kind of non-existent. There was Ghost Vault hard runs and that was about it. And we were told about updates. We were told it would be coming and then it'd be delayed. We were told it'd be coming and it'd be delayed. And that whole process left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths. And you really can't blame them. So what's happened? Well, a lot of people took a break from the game. A lot of people downright quit. A few of us stayed because we fell in love with this game. Maybe the community, I'm not quite sure exactly what, but we enjoyed everything about it. And so what happened was the developers were having some issues. They weren't living up to their end of the bargain. They weren't fulfilling the contract that they had with BMG, aka Lionstale. They weren't putting out the content as it needed to be at all. They would say they would be coming through. BMG, Lionstale would then say, hey, the update's coming. The developers wouldn't come through and then make them all look stupid. So on top of all that, the developers also tried to seek out different publishers to try to put their game out without BMG, right? Which BMG held the copyright to. They went with another publisher, somehow got that publisher's name onto the app stores, the Google Play stores. So during that time, BMG/Lionstale wasn't making any money from it. Any money people were spending were going to the developers and this other third-party publisher that had no contracts, no legitimate contract. So there was a lot of time where we didn't hear from anybody, from the hierarchy of Summoner's Glory. Well, it turns out, and as you can see in one of my other videos, the interview that I have with John Nada, there was a very long and extensive legal battle to reinstate or to enforce or to honor the copyright on Summoner's Glory, which belonged to BMG, now Lionstale. And actually just a month or so ago, we noticed that change happened on the Google Play Store and on the App Store, that under the copyright section, you'd see that it said Blue Moon Games. What happened? So, through conversations we've had, and direct messages on Discord and whatnot, long story short, the publishers, BMG, won their legal battles against the developers. Once that happened, the copyright got reinstated. John Nada and others at Lionstale/BMG, they went to the developers and they said, hey, you're either going to do this and uphold your end of the contract, you're going to put out quality content on time that's going to be accurate and community tested, or we walk. Basically kiss our ass. And the developers, I don't know what happened. I don't know if they tossed their previous director, who was he had some issues, some serious issues, if they restructured, or if they had an epiphany and decided that they wanted to be game developers and make money. So, what happened? Shortly after that, BMG, Lionstale, reached out to some people who had, expressed interest in being community testers, longtime players, some content creators, and they basically said, hey, we're going to have the test come out and we want you guys to test it for us. Everything's going to be rolled out. We're looking to rebranding the game, the global launch officially, everything. Okay, so we'll believe it when we see it. Lo and behold, they come out with an announcement, hey, we're launching the test tomorrow. All of our 20 or so testers will be in there. We're gonna get it going, and it was legit. We got in there. We have seen great things. Just all the content we wanted is going to be there. We were finding the bugs left and right. They were fixing them in hours. At the latest, like the next day, when they're in China, so the next day we would get the update fixed, and they've been updating it ever since. They're taking all of our feedback. I'm still a little bit in disbelief. Now, I also am bothered that if they're the same developers, the way we were treated back in January, February, but it doesn't change the fact that I do love the game. Now, I haven't spent any money, and I did not support, that third-party publisher they tried to go with. I did not support them during their times of that, but now that they're back under the publishing umbrella they're supposed to be, they are doing work. It's night and day. I almost can't believe it's the same developers. I have seen screenshots of the text messages back and forth throughout the day between BMG, Lionstale, and these developers, just talking about fixes and bugs and things they need to change, things they need to update, just really, really doing the work that you would expect. I'm still in shock. And I want to encourage the rest of you to give Summoner's Glory another chance. As much as we all liked it, we loved the community. The Discords were just packed full of just constant, chatter, banter, tips and tricks, and join me for this squad up and group and do this, and summoning parties. We all love that. And we're getting a whole new expansion and almost redesign of our game. The game that we love. And I have personally seen this new arrangement, this new sense of motivation with the developers and working with the publishers and having it tested by us in the community instead of testing in-house and it just being full of bugs. It feels quality. So if you're out there and you're not sure, or if you haven't heard any of this, I know, if you left the game, you may have left the Discord, you may have stayed out of the loop. I want to say take my word for it, but listen to Dan Heilman, listen to Higher Standard. I wouldn't be saying this if I didn't think it was true. I really think you all should come back to Summoner's Glory and at least give it another shot. Come back and join us and play with us. It's what we wanted the whole time, and it's incredible, and I cannot wait to play. And I truly hope to see each and every one of you and more new people come. I miss the communities we have, but I'm looking forward to what I've seen this game is going to be, both on brand new accounts and on our previous, high end game main accounts. It's going to be great. So come back, join me. Let's just have a great time. Okay? I'll see you in game.